In this video, I've got 5 essential items that I purchased for my first long motorcycle ride from South Florida to North Carolina. And the only reason why I purchased and chose these items was because I thought they were going to make my ride safer and more enjoyable. So if you're still planning your first motorcycle ride, check some of these items out and you might want to use them yourself. Let's see the first one. Item number 1 is a cell phone holder. Now this is the quad lock system, and the reason why I got this is because I knew I was going to be using the GPS, especially once I got into North Carolina. I've never been there, so I was going to need the system to help me get around. Now I had to purchase this as a kit. All this stuff came separate. I had to get the vibration dampener. I also got the charging dock, and I had to get the charging cable, which plugs in or hooks into the battery and then plugs in right there and keeps your cell phone charging all the time. Now that system right there, the charging dock, worked excellent. My cell phone charged all the time, and never along the trip did the batteries die or run low enough where the cell phone was gonna shut off. Now let me show you how simple it is to put the cell phone on and take it back off. What you do is you compress the docking station down, find the areas on the back of the cell phone that hooks into it, just turn it over, let it go, and right there, that's it. Cell phone is on there. At no time did I feel like the cell phone was gonna fall off or anything like that. The vibration was down to a minimum, and with a charging dock on there, my cell phone charged all the time, and batteries never ran low enough where the cell phone was gonna die or shut off. Item number 2 is the Cardo communication system. Now I've never used a system like this before, but what this system allowed me to do is to have constant communication with my buddy that came along on this trip with me. An emergency or just, needed gas, I could just easily talk to him. We talked back and forth the whole trip. I think that's the biggest plus about this system, is that you have that communication open with any of the riders that rides along with you. You also have the ability to receive phone calls. You have the ability to call out also and listen to music. So, I mean, this system lets you do a lot of different things. And to be honest with you, I felt a lot safer having a system like this with me along this trip. All right, so installing and pairing the system was pretty easy. I paired the system to my buddy's Cardo also with no problem. Never lost communication. So that part of it was pretty simple. Taking it off and putting it back on, I'm gonna try to do it with one hand. There it is, it comes off just that easy. And putting it back in is magnetic, so it just sticks on there like that. And I mean, that thing is not gonna come out. At no time did I feel, just like what I said about the cell phone holder, with this Cardo system, the way it's set up with the magnet, at no time did I feel like this thing was gonna fly out or I was gonna lose it on the highway. All right, so number 3 is a full face helmet. Now I know there's a lot of opinions on helmets out there. I personally don't wear one, and my opinion is I don't care if you wear one or you don't. That's up to you if you want to wear one, and if you don't, you know what? More power to you. I don't think I think it should be everybody's choice. I chose to wear a full face helmet for this ride simply because I just thought it was going to be safer. The advantages that I see from wearing a helmet like this was that when we got hit by rain, I didn't get any rain in my eyes, my face. I was able to see a lot better, a lot clearer. Didn't get no pebbles, no rocks, no debris from the road on my face. It was all blocked by the shield on the helmet. Got a lot less, obviously no wind on the face because I was protected at all time by the shield. So You know, if I'm really honest about it and look at it that way, having the helmet with me on this ride made me feel a lot safer. Okay, number 4 is luggage. Now, most of us on a long ride are gonna have to take an extra bag. I can't fit everything into my Road King bag, so I had to take this bag with me. This is a Harley bag that was given to me by a buddy of mine. It's actually big enough for 2 people, and you know, it's really there's a lot of room for 1 person in here. This bag, the way it sits, it straps the back of the backrest, strap it down, and then what I like about having a bag like this is that I can use the front of it also as back support. Being able to lean back and enjoy the ride a lot more. Don't focus too much on a name brand. You can find really good bags out there for a lot less than probably this Harley Davidson bag costs. The main thing is just find the bag that suits you the best, get it, and go and hit the road. Alright guys, so before I go to item number 5, I want to hear your comments. I want to see if you guys agree or disagree with the items that I have in this video. Maybe you guys have a totally different items that you ride with. I really would love to hear it. Really love to hear what you guys have to say. Leave your comments below. Alright guys, item number 5. Last but not least, and just as important, is the seat. For long rides, you need a comfortable seat. You need a seat that fits you, that's gonna let you enjoy the ride. You're gonna be sitting in this seat for 10 hours, 12 hours, I don't know, 5, 6, how many hours you decide to ride along the way. And if you don't have a comfortable seat, you're not going to enjoy the ride. This is a Saddleman. This seat came with a bike. I didn't purchase this seat. This seat is awesome for riding around town and just about anything but long rides. All right, I'm not ragging on Saddleman. They make awesome seat. I probably just don't have the right Saddleman seat for a long ride. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure, because I know they make different seats for different rides. So I'm sure they make a seat for long rides, but this is not the one. It really wasn't too bad along the ride, in the beginning of the ride, but as I rode longer and longer, towards the end of the day, I really started to feel uncomfortable. And to be honest, my ass was fucking hurting from the seat. But again, this is not on Saddleman. This is just the seat that came with a motorcycle. So the first thing I'm gonna do for the next ride is get myself a new seat or get a gel pad. I don't know, there's a lot of different things you can do. There's a lot of things out there. I'd have to research and see what I do. Maybe I look into Saddleman because I really like their seats. Again, this is not a knock on Saddleman. They make awesome seat, and I just think this is not the seat for long rides like that. All right, guys, so there you have it. Those were my 5 essential items that I took with me on my first long ride from South Florida to North Carolina. Now, by any means, this is not a review on none of those items. I haven't used those items long enough to be able to give a fair review. My only experience with them was that ride from South Florida to North Carolina and then back. Hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to give a fair review, do a video on really what I think are they worth the price? Because this items that I use here weren't the cheapest. They're in the high end of all of these products. I ran out of time when I was planning my trip, and basically when I was reviewing products, I went with this products because you know, from what I read, they all worked and did what they were supposed to do. Now, I'm sure that if you give yourself enough time, you're gonna find products that are similar to this, that do the same thing and probably cost you a lot less. So take your time. If you're planning your first long road trip, take your time, plan it out right. Pick your products out that you feel are gonna keep you the safest and the ones that are gonna allow you to enjoy the ride and the trip. And also, don't focus too much on name brands. Pick your products wisely. I really want to hear your comments. whether you agree or disagree with the items that I picked. I'm sure some of you guys out there that have been riding long distances longer than I have, and more often probably, I don't know, maybe you don't even use what I used, or have different products. So I like to hear what you guys think about my items, whether you agree or not, or let me know if you think there's other items out there that are even more important than the ones that I let you guys know about in this video. So as always, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.